Hello there, Mister. Alright, let's have a look. Sorry about the delay. There's just a mix-up at my end. I think it's just contacting the other teacher. Let's have a look. So an increasing number of major corporations have relocated to countrysides from commercial cities due to the political pressure over the last 2 decades. Okay, good. If we say have been relocated, it means somebody else has relocated them. And I don't think that's the case. That's not what we're trying to communicate there. So we have to say have relocated to countrysides from commercial cities due to political pressure. Was it political pressure? I'm not entirely sure there. Due to government changes, due to government policies, perhaps over the last 2 decades. That would have been more accurate, actually. This phenomenon has brought numerous benefits to regional, check your spelling, to regional economies. If we're not going to put the article, we have to put it in the plural. Whereas some negative impacts on life qualities of city workers are also created. Don't really get that sentence. Let me see. Whereas, so if we're using the whereas, we're going to be using like the opposite side or the another argument there. So let's see, this has brought numerous benefits to regional economies, whereas some no, we need to rephrase that. In the next essays you send me, I want you to write 10 sentences using whereas, so we get it completely under control. Okay, whereas I'll give you an example. Whereas some academics may say it's negatively impacted the quality of life for city workers. Okay, that would have been a better way to phrase that. This essay will elaborate both sides of the issue using examples from East Asia and North America to demonstrate points and support arguments. Okay, that's what we want to be. We can't say East Asian because that's the adjective. East Asian economies, East Asian cars. All right. On the one hand, the main advantage of companies relocating to suburbs is the saving of costs in various areas. This is because rural areas that are not industrially developed normally have more affordable and available lands as well as less paid labour. Okay, as well as cheaper paid labour would be okay, thereby tremendously saving organizations' costs. Good. For instance, in China, recent governmental studies suggested that less developed rural towns cost 40% less in infrastructure maintenance, land taxes, and human resources compared to those in major cities such as Beijing and Shanghai. Good. Therefore, large local and international corporations can generate more revenues through cost savings. Good. Very, very good. Okay, so let's see. Is that okay? Here we're more likely to say is the uh, is the cost savings in various areas. Okay, this is because rural areas that are not industrial have more affordable and available. Okay, okay. How do we say? We could say have more economically more affordable land would be better. We don't usually say lands in the plural. Okay, have more affordable land and more available, as well as less paid labour, thereby tremendously saving organisations costs. Okay, good. Or thereby tremendously saving costs for an organisation is fine as well. Good paragraph there, very clear from beginning to end, a solid argument and very valid. And governmental studies, solid example, excellent work there. On the other hand, moving factories and organisations from commercially developed areas to less populated regions can potentially impede employees' life qualities. I wouldn't have said life qualities, I'd have said quality of life if they remain in large cities. So let's just see. Okay, if they remain living in large cities. Yep, sorry. This is attributed to the fact that numerous workers will have to travel long distances to suburbs if they have attributed to the fact that okay. I would have put this at the beginning just for clarity. So I would say this is attributed to the fact that if they have already established families in the main cities, the workers will have to travel long distances to the suburbs, and they will likely suffer from traffic congestion and accidents. Or I would have said possibly. Well, likely for traffic congestions and possibly for accidents. Okay, but can you see as well that if we put this right at the beginning, then we've got the problem closer to the actual situation, which is here. We've put those two together, okay, which just makes it easier to understand. In Vancouver, Canada, an enormous amount of city employees spend between 1 to 3 hours commuting to work since the relocation of their companies to rural areas. Consequently, without such relocations, these commuters would not have to waste hours on the road, which they could have spent with families or simply relaxing. Good, or simply on relaxing. Yep, that was also valid. Very good, solid argument, excellent paragraph. Few grammar challenges with the prepositions, but it's still a good essay. Okay, you're doing really well. In conclusion, moving major domestic or international companies from commercial cities to rural suburbs can be economically advantageous. However, should not be forgotten. Good. That numerous workers will suffer from will suffer from increased travel time and possibly reducing family times as a result, which governments need to. We don't need which there. Governments need to consider. Okay. Governments need to consider solutions if such sufferings happen. Okay, which governments will need to consider when implementing policies would have been better. Okay, good work, Ding, Miss Ding. We do need those sentences, okay, related to whereas. I want to see 10 of those. And let's see. Yeah, I think as well. But regarding the sentence guide structure, you've nailed that. We can work on grammar and we can work on when should we use the Saxon genitive and when should we use the full version. Okay, but for example, here was one incident. So this is really good. I'm really happy that you're improving well, so that's good. Dear cousin, how exciting that we'll meet up in 2 days. Good, we're using the contractions like I said before. Fantastic. Unfortunately, I'm sorry that I have to work on that day until 8 p.m. so I can't pick you up at the airport in the afternoon. But here's the plan instead. Good. I've asked Sarah, my best friend, to bring you the key at the airport. She has to leave for work after that, so you can take a cab to my place. Okay. Okay, sorry. To my place, which is very easy to find, like a no-brainer for you. Good. You just go on Highway 1 to east and then exit at number 765. Turn right at the intersection. The house will be the third one on the left-hand side with a Canadian flag on the roof. Genius. You can call me anytime if you're lost. Absolutely fantastic, that. When we meet up, we can go to a local pub where you can dance with heaps of young heaps of young folks if you want. But the best part is you can try out our mostly consumed Canadian drink, Caesars. This type of cocktail mixed with tomato juice, hot sauce, salt, and etc. You will absolutely enjoy it. Excellent. We don't need the and etc. We can just put etc. after the salt there. You'll absolutely enjoy it. Good. Just a small thing here. We usually say you'll absolutely love it. Would be more appropriate. So looking forward to seeing you in 2 days. Call me if you need me before that. Miss you lots and lots. Vicky. Very good. Or we could say miss you loads, Lods. That would have been also good. Very good work there, Miss Ding. You are improving really well, and especially with your task one, big leap there. You can totally tell this is informal. Absolutely great. Yeah, the vocabulary and the grammar structures you're using, for example. So that's genius. Well done. Well done with the vocabulary as well. So good. All right, I think you've got the next question. Let's carry on writing. Let's carry on improving. We're doing so good. Also, tell me if you need anything else and tell me how it goes with Philip, please. Yeah. Also, tell me when your exam is, please.